Hi, welcome to Progecad Malaysia. Today I'm going to discuss about how to use the circle command. There are a couple of sub-commands under the circle command that you can actually use. So let's go through all the sub-command of the circle command. In order to execute the circle command, you can actually go to two palettes and then under circle, or you can actually go to the menu 2D draw and then under circle. There's a circle icon here. The last alternative will be under the command prompt where you type C on your keyboard, which is a shortcut key for circle. This default can be changed if you were to refer to my earlier video. You can actually change the shortcut key based on your requirement. But let's stick to the default C. So when I type C, before this, if you look at the desktop here, there are a couple of things that I've drawn out. So these are some references or reference line that I want to show you when we are using the circle command. So let's type C for the circle command. And then there are a couple of sub commands as you can see, but let's go on the default command. The default will be just click on the center of the circle and then create the circle. So for example, we click the intersection of these two lines and then we draw a circle. You can actually click anywhere on the screen for the second point, or you can actually type the diameter or the radius. Say for example, go for the radius. The default will be the radius. So the radius, say I wanted to be 300. Enter. That will be 300. If you were to offset 300, this from this point to this point will be 300 radius. Now let's look at the circle diameter. So we click circle C and then the intersection of these 2 points, and then the diameter we have to type the D on the keyboard and we put it as 600. So basically we got the same circle size. If it's a radius of 300, you get a diameter of 600. So it depends on what you need to do with the circle command. Now let's look at the sub command. We go on the circle. This time we use the two palettes here, circle. And then we have 2 point, 3 point, tangent, tangent, radius. TTT stands for tangent, 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 and then arc and multiple. So let's go for 2 point. So we type 2P on the keyboard. So the first point of a diameter, say for example, I want to draw the edge of the circle towards the other line, the other edge of the circle. So we'll click on the middle section of this line, and then when we pull over. The second point will be the middle section of this line. So you do not need to have like draw the center of this line and then to this line to get the center of the circle when you draw. So you can make it quick and easy by just drawing, say for example, using the 2 point, and then we'll draw a circle from this edge to this edge. Again, another example, circle 2 point, 2P, and then from this edge to the other edge, and we get a circle from the end point to this end point here. That would be 2 point command. Then we have another sub command called the 3 point. We click on circle again. We type 3P. So this time we will have the first point of the circle. Then we have the second point of the circle. And I pull up to the third point of the circle. I'll erase the rest of the other items so they can see clearly. So this is how 3 points work. So if say for example you want it to be in the middle, for example, I offset this by 200. Now I create a 3-point circle from this point to this point to the center or to the middle of this point. I get that 3-point circle. Now let's look at the other subcommand, which is tangent radius. So what is tangent radius? We have to select 2 lines and the radius of the circle. So let's give an example. I have this slopey line, vertical line, and a horizontal line. Just type the letter T on your keyboard, and then you click on the first tangent, which is this, and then the second tangent, which is this, and then we put a radius of, say, 300. You get the circle at the lower bottom of the tangent. Now let's try another one. Circle, T on the keyboard, first tangent, second tangent. Now we make it a slightly bigger circle, say for example 500 in radius, and you can see that the circle actually grow and it actually stick to the edge of these 2 lines. Let's try another example. Circle, tangent, letter T, first tangent point, second tangent point, and we put it at 1000. You can see the circle actually goes out of that line, but if let's say we erase the other examples and then we draw a line, we extend the 2 lines that we have clicked on the tangent, you will notice that this is the radius circle, which is drawn from this edge of this line to the edge of this line at a 1 meter or 1000 millimeters circle. Now let's see what are the other sub command available. We click on circle, then there is a TTT, tangent, tangent, and tangent. So how does it work? So we type TTT. We will pick the first point of the circle, and then we will pick the second point of the circle, and then the third point of the circle. We erase the other 2 circles so that you will see clearly. So you see that this circle is a perfect circle between these 3 lines. So let's do another example, which we have a bigger circle here. So circle, type your keyboard TTT, triple T, enter. First point of the circle, second point of the circle, and third point of the circle. We get another circle that is meeting the 3 edges of the lines. That is the tangent circle command. Now let's look at arc. I have drawn an arc here. Arc means we will convert this arc into a full circle. So we type A, and then we click on the arc, and it will convert into a full circle. Simple as that. And now the final sub command, which is multiple. Let's erase the other circles. So we click on circle, we type multiple. So this time we will put a center of the circle, and then we give it a radius or diameter. So the radius will stick to 300. And then now we have multiple circles that can be drawn on the screen. So you can just click anywhere on the screen and you will have a multiple circle of 300 radius, or in other words 600 diameter of a circle. So this will save much of your time in drawing a 300 radius circle. Say for example, now we erase all the circles. We'll create the circle at all the intersection points. So we'll click circle, multiple, type the N, and then center of the circle, we'll put it at 300 again, and this time we'll click on the various points where we want the circle to be drawn. That is multiple subcommand in the circle command. Okay, I hope this helped you in some sort of way in drawing circles in your drawing. Take care and goodbye.